Welcome one more time to Cooking with Hilda. Today, you don't want to miss this because we are going to make a delicious homemade pastrami, and there is nothing like a good homemade pastrami. So let's make it.
Give my life color. You give my life color, color, color. You give my life color, color. Give my life color. You give my life color, color, color. You give my life color, color.
To make a homemade pastrami, we actually don't need a lot of ingredients, but the thing we have to keep in mind is time. The brisket has to stay in the brine from 5 up to 8 days, but it's better it stays from 6 to 8, trust me. Now, before we start making the pastrami, I have a confession to make. I have always made homemade pastrami with a dry rub. However, I felt this time to use a wet rub instead, so I'm very excited to see the results. To make the brine, we will need water, salt, and spices. That's it. But you have to use always, if you're using a dry brine or a wet brine, you have to use this kind of salt. This pink salt is called cured salt. Now we dissolve these ingredients in the water, and that's it. That's our brine. So I have this container here, and this is a container I just used for the purpose of brining. It has 1 gallon of water. So kosher salt is a good option. I like this one. 8 ounces. We're just gonna use half of it. So 8 ounces of kosher salt. So we add the salt. Of a cup of brown sugar. Mustard seeds. I really like the addition of crushed red peppers. I think it gives it a little kick of flavor. We also need bay leaves. We add the garlics. And then we mix very well until perfectly combined. Now you clean the brisket flat. That's the part we are going to use to make a pastrami. Please leave a little bit of fat there. Don't be afraid of the fat because fat equals flavor, and we want flavor in our pastrami. Now you clean the brisket flat and submerge it completely in the brine and leave it there up to 8 days, flipping it in the middle of this time. And we add the brisket. And we set the brisket inside the brine and let it there for around 8 days. Now, after this time, we take the brisket out of the fridge, and what I like to do is I submerge the brisket in clean water so the brisket get rid of the extra saltiness. Now we dry the brisket completely with paper towels, and we prepare another rub, a dry rub, because we are gonna smoke this delicious pastrami for a couple hours.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
Now we prepare the smoker to 250 degrees, and I want to show you guys the pellets I use to smoke because I have received some questions about what kind of pellets I use, and this kind of pellets I just got it at Costco. And we finish this pastrami in the oven that is preheated at 325 degrees until it reaches this temperature. Now the moment of truth is here, and my favorite moment too. Cutting and eating our delicious homemade pastrami, and I show you guys how it looks.
The snow is falling and it's getting colder now. Soon that time of year it will begin. The children playing, making angels in the snow. Grab the mistletoe, it's Christmas.
Thank you guys for being one more time here with me in Cooking with Hilda. And if you like this delicious recipe of homemade pastrami, please give me a thumbs up. See you guys next time. So we clean the flat and we submerge your flat. So you clean the flat and you submerge your flat, your brisket flat, in the your flat. No flat. We're not flat.
Chopping down a Christmas tree, stringing it with lights of white and red. Let's spend the whole day baking Christmas